Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So guys, this was a DIY old plastic lantern that I had which accidentally broke, and I thought that I'm going to make it into a hanging planter. Now I'll put the picture on the right hand side. You can see how it looked earlier, and because of the shifting from one place to another, there was a lot of damage to this container, but luckily the plants did survive. The plants have grown quite well. Now I do not want to uproot these plants because they look quite well. I do not want to uproot them unnecessary. So guys, you can see they are doing quite well. These are my Crassula samentosa. I'm not quite sure if I'm pronouncing that correct, but they are extremely beautiful succulents. They tend to grow upwards. They are trailing succulents, but they tend to grow upwards. Now because of the shifting, you can see there is a lot of damage to this container. This is a plastic lantern container. I will clean off all the dust. I do not want to paint it right now because I like this rustic look. I want it to look slightly antique. Now there are a couple of plants. I have some more of these Crassula samentosas that I'm going to add because these tend to look little scanty, and it looks like there is a lot of empty space. I have some ruby necklace, and I also have some Kalanchoes that are going to give a blue color to it. These are my Kalanchoes marina. So this particular arrangement is going to have some yellow, some blue from the Kalanchoes, and we're going to have the reds from the ruby necklace. So the first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a little bit more of these Crassulas because as you can see there is a lot of empty space. Apart from that, I'm also going to add a little bit more of the soil. Now the soil that I'm using over here is again our regular soil mix that I tend to use. But here I have used more of filtered garden soil because these varieties, they tend to like slight moisture in the soil but not too much of water. They do not like soggy wet soil but slight amount of moisture. So now I have got rid of all the dust. There is still a lot of it left. Probably I'll do it later. Now I'm going to quickly go ahead and add in a little bit of these Crassulas. Now I'm going to start working from behind because this particular arrangement is going to be front facing. So a lot of these plants would be it would be empty at the back because the show is going to be in the front. So I'm going to quickly add in a good amount of extra soil because it looks like this pot is running out of soil. Now I'm using let's say like half part of sand and 1 part of filtered garden soil because this is a plastic container. It is going to retain slight moisture and these plants tend to like slight moisture. So I am done adding these Crassulas. I'm going to add a little bit in front. So I'm going to try and make this arrangement slightly bushy. Now I'm sure you might not find the same container, but you can if you happen to find a similar container, this is how you can arrange these succulents. Now as I said, there are going to be 3 colors in this. It's going to be yellow, blue, and over time when the ruby necklace tends to get stressed, it will turn completely reddish in color. So now I will add the ruby necklace. Now the reason why I'm adding ruby necklace to this collection is because ruby necklace tends to trail downwards, whereas the Kalanchoes and the Crassula will grow upwards. As I said, the Crassula and the Kalanchoes are going to grow upwards. So this ruby necklace is going to trail downwards because every hanging planter, if you do not add a trailing succulent, it tends to look incomplete. So this is my Kalanchoe that is going to add up to this arrangement. This is going to give a very beautiful blue color with red edges, and it's going to kind of complement with the ruby necklace, which in future will turn red. So as you can see, I have added all of these succulents. Now it tends to look little bushy, but over the period of time, so as I said, the Kalanchoes and the Crassulas will tend to grow upwards, whereas the ruby necklace will start trailing downwards. So right now it looks very compact, but as and when this plant tends to get mature, both of those varieties will start growing upwards and the ruby necklace will start growing downwards. Another important thing, because I want this arrangement to last for a really long time, I have used all of these 3 varieties. They tend to go dormant during the summers. So they have the same dormancy period. Apart from that, all of these 3 varieties do extremely well in direct sunlight. They do well in indirect sunlight as well as direct morning sunlight. So I'm going to place them in direct morning sunlight so they tend to get even more colorful. So whenever this arrangement is ready and it tends to get really colorful, I will definitely do an update on this video. So I had this blank wall which didn't look that great, so I wanted to add an arrangement to this wall, and now you can see it looks absolutely beautiful. Even though this arrangement has just been made, it's still going to take a while for the arrangement to start growing together, start getting the color, but right now you can see it already tends to look really beautiful, and it's giving a new look to this otherwise boring wall. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.